Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Welcome back to Connect with the Conversations in the Quran. And we will be looking at a third conversation rather than story. The stories are plenty and many, but because I want to pick out on all the dialogues, all the conversations that are there. So, Bismillah, Alhamdulillah, wa salatu wa salam ala Rasulillah, Rabbi shrah li sadri wa yassir li amri wa ahlul uqdatan min lisani yafqahu qawli. I'm going to look at the story of Cain and Abel. So it's not now coming in chronological order. It is coming in chronological, historically in that order, but it's not how it's been given to us in the Quran. But just for my own flow of things, I'm taking it. But the beauty is that when Allah gives us one conversation in the Quran, starting with Adam the conversation with the angels, with the shaitan, with Adam alayhi salam, and then with Adam alayhi salam, I'm just going to give, because I'm relating it to the stories with Cain and Abel, Qabil and Habil, of how the angels submitted. Shaitan was arrogant, took a vow, took a challenge, and persisted in his wrong based on his arrogance. Out of humility, the angels submitted. Our forefather Adam alayhi salam, they made a mistake. So what did they say? And this comes later also in Surah Araf. They said, قَالَ رَبَّنَا زَلَمْنَا أَنفُسَنَا وَإِن لَمْ تَغْفِرْ لَنَا وَتَرْحَمْنَا لَنَكُونَنَّ مِنَ الْخَاسِرِينَ. That if you do not save us, if you do not forgive us, we will truly be lost. So they did a wrong, they made a mistake, but they were able to recapture the position. Now we have the story of the child, their two offsprings, Qabil and Habil, or Cain or Abel, as they're known. Again, just as a backdrop, the names are not given. It comes in Surah Maida, and it just says, Allah starts with A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajeem, Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim, Watlu alayhim naba abna Adam bil haqq. Tell them the story of, in truth, of the news of the two sons of Adam. And what is qarraba qurbanan fatuqabbila min ahadihuma. That, and they both of them presented a sacrifice. They both did a qurbani. Okay, they both did a qurbani, and so from one of them, min ahadihima, walam yutaqabbal min al-akhirah, but from the other it was not accepted. And so the one whose was not accepted, he said, qala laqtulannaka, so I will surely qatal you, I will surely kill you. And so what does he say? The other one says, by Allah, إِنَّمَا يَتَقَبَّلُ اللَّهُ مِنَ الْمُتَّقِينَ, that Allah accepts the sacrifice of those who are muttaqeen. So if yours hasn't been accepted, don't blame me, don't come on to me. So, and then he goes on to say that if you do want to kill me, if you do stretch out your hand to slay me, I'm not going to stretch out my hand in return against you to kill you, because I fear, what does he end up with? إِنِّي أَخَافُ اللَّهَ رَبُّ الْعَالَمِينَ, that I fear the Rabb of Allah. So, and then he goes on to say, for me, I intend to let you draw on yourself my sin as well as yours, for you will be among the companions of the fire. This is Abel, or what we know as Habil, telling his brother Cain that. And there's no and that is the reward for those who do wrong, that they will be the companions of the fire. So the selfish soul, instead, so I just want to concentrate on the dialogue that they're doing. And what does, now in reverse here, I'm just going a little bit, is how do we earn the sins of others by doing wrong to them? So the fact that Cain killed him, if Abel had his wrongs done or something, they accumulate also the sins of the better guy, the good guy, and so on. So just coming back to it is, there was an offering to be made. Now, it's from, I think, the Israeliyats or other places from the Quran. All we get is they offered a sacrifice, and this is what happened. And then they also say what the backdrop was. I don't want to get into the backdrop of what the sacrifice was for and what was he jealous of and what happened. But the main jealousy, again, that surfaces here as it did with Shaitan, and we need to know that all of these diseases of the heart, they all link back to the Shaitan. All, whether it's waswas that he does to us, whether it's hasad, jealousy, envy, arrogance, kibr, all of that goes back to Shaitan. And so what is that jealousy about? That his sacrifice got accepted and mine didn't. So I just, in this is, and then how then, when we are caught in the wrong, instead of coming right and say, Ya Allah, please next time accept my sacrifice also, you accepted my brother's. It's like, when we want to go to Hajj and Umrah, and then now I know suddenly, my brother's going or my sisters are going and this and that, and my whatever thing didn't come through, my permits and everything for Hajj. So for a moment you're sad and you're like, Ya Allah, please let that happen to me. We don't go into this rampage of rage or say, why are they going? I've been saving up for so long. I should have been the one who got it, not them. That hasad, that everything, and look, we do get prone to, for a minute, of something we want so eagerly, so good, that when somebody else gets it and we don't get it, there is a moment of, why didn't it happen to me? Why? So those are the things we need to take cognizance of, and correct it. And here, this is another one of those negative stories in which it shows you what jealousy and resentment does. And so again, intentions are right. So we need to also come back, like he said, that if Allah accepts it, with pure intention. So sometimes when things don't go our way, when it doesn't happen, we need to always look at it. What was my intention? Was my intention really just to show off? Was I just coming here to make a show of things, or was there a deeper intention which may Allah accept? First of all, that's what we need to have. That may Allah accept whatever dawah work we do, or whatever goodness we do, whatever generosity. Sometimes we give to what we think is in zakah, but it gets thrown back because maybe the intention was just as a tax evasion situation and not anything else. So we need to be mindful of those things. And this, just look at the instant when his sacrifice is not accepted. He is willing to say, he says, be sure I will slay you. I will qatl you. I'm going to slay you. And the other one says, well, if you stretch your out, I'm not going to, kill you back or want to get into that dialogue. So knowing that, let's not fall into being the one who is in resentment, who is in jealousy, and who minds it, and to accept if somebody else got the plot, somebody else got the one was accepted for the university, for whatever, is that be accepting of that. I just watch my own intentions. Where was I? What would I intend to do? And then to be, cognizant of our free will. So the moment these sort of things happen, watch what my free will is doing. Is it getting me into rage? Is it getting you into anger? Into hasad, jealousy, revenge, all those things. So it can either get me there or bring it back. Now, after that, what happens is that when the selfish soul had led him to the murder of his brother, he became one of them. Wasbaha min al khasirin. And this is in ayah 30 of Surah Maida, that he became one of the lost ones. And now he is. Then Allah sends a raven down, a ghurab, a raven who scratched the earth, and to show him how to hide the shame of his brother. So, لِيُرِيَهُ كَيْفَ يُوَارِي سَوْآتَ أَخِيهِ, how to hide the shame of his brother. Very clearly Allah said that Allah sent this sign with the raven, the crow, and so what does he say? He says, قَالَ يَا وَيْلَتِي, woe to me, he said, I am not even able to be as this raven to hide the shame of my brother. And then he became وَأَصْبَحَ مِنَ النَّادِمِينَ, then he became full of remorse, regret, and everything. So here what comes up is that he regretted after he saw a sign in nature. So for us also to say, let's say I'm burning, I'm raving mad, I'm just come out of a meeting, I didn't get the job, somebody else got the job, and and then I see either an accident occur or something else occur on the way, and that wakes me up, and I said, okay, I didn't get the job, but thank God I'm alive, thank God I'm not stuck in that accident, thank God this is, so if whatever's happening around you after that moment of insanity, you're able to wake up and understand and take a sign, take the ayah, take the sign, and backtrack, be back in astaghfirullah, be back in learning from it. So here, yes, it's a story of a murder, the first murder, and it goes on to say how if you kill a murder of it's as though he killed the whole of mankind, because there were only maybe two of them alive, and so if you've it's like as if you have slain the whole world, and if you save a life, it's like you've saved the life of the whole world. This is just right after here, but here what we're getting to is how he took heed from what the raven did. So for us, a couple of messages. Don't be mad in resentment. Don't be angry when somebody else gets something that you don't get. Don't be in hatred and wanting revenge. The person, he didn't cheat to get in front of you. It's like, even with so many immigrants everywhere, and then I got my green card, somebody else didn't get it, or my permits or something, and you're like, oh, why did he get it? Oh, I'm sure he must have bribed somebody. No, if it's a clear-cut way, you can't then go, now I'm going to stab him in the back. I just can't take it. I've been waiting so many years to get this place so that I could get this and that or whatever. And we get into these. So always take these stories, these conversations as a take home for us. What is it doing it to us here and now? And remembering that where does this envy and resentment take us? And so I love the fact that, you take guidance from nature. And even, God forbid, I'm in a good space, 90%, I'm just down in the doldrums, I'm just a bit sad or whatever, this didn't go right, or the children weren't able to go on holiday, or this didn't happen or that. And then suddenly you see something happen, again, even in goodness, and you see something else and say, subhanallah, they didn't get to go there, but this is happening. At our doorstep, this beautiful thing is happening. We were wanting to go on Hajj, Umrah, and this and that, and we couldn't. But look, subhanallah, this beautiful event of deen is happening right at my doorstep. So to be able to see the flip side and say, Allah, like they said, Allah knows what we don't know. He has a better plot for us in place. And so that's also another beautiful thing of how you are. Our antennas to receive goodness and to see signs is beautiful, and the beauty is in our deen. They say that the way of the mu'min is beautiful, because whether he is in sorrow or in joy, it's actually about being in, having to be in sabr, in which whether the situation is good or whether the situation is bad. He's always in alhamdulillah. It's by Allah's decree. And Umar Farooq radiallahu anhu said, Ya Allah, whether you give me the amount of ease or you give me the amount of difficulty, they all lead to you. So I am going to be in tawakkul. So again, this idea leads that if we're in tawakkul with Allah, we accept His decree, we're not going to fall into this resentment, into murder, into doing all sorts of wrong things. And so to be spiritually on a high in humility and self-control is so important to avoid sin. And that's pretty much, recapping or going on the same story. But I hope something of it can resonate for us in these days, beautiful days of Ramadan, and it can only uplift us to a better behavior. So with that, I'd like to say, Subhana rabbika rabbil izzati amma yasifun, wa salamun alal mursaleen, walhamdulillahi rabbil alameen. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.